It's now 20 minutes to 8. Christmas, and we're talking Christmas now because we should. It's a time to get together, isn't it? One couple, though, may be forced to spend it apart. Now, I sometimes get criticised, quite rightly, mostly by correspondents, for warning you. But this is a report that you may find upsetting. It is about Malcolm Steward, who's been in hospital since July 2015 after having a car accident. A couple moving to Devon. He has a nursing home place here, but Torbay Hospital says it doesn't have the capacity to let Malcolm recover from the journey in its intensive care unit. Jenny Walrond has this report.
Philippa Steward was hoping to spend Christmas Day at home with her husband. Instead, they're living miles apart. Malcolm had a stroke while driving in July last year and suffered terrible injuries. He's been in hospital ever since and is currently in intensive care at Royal Surrey County Hospital in Guildford.
He'd been airlifted to Southampton General Hospital, and they stressed the urgency of me getting there. And we went down there. We picked my son up from Hazelmere, and we really thought we weren't going to get there and he'd still be alive. And he'd had huge injuries. He'd broken nearly every bone in his body. His right arm and right leg were the only bits of him that escaped.
At the time of the accident, the couple were in the process of realising their dream move to Devon from Surrey. Plans for a rehabilitation hospital in Surrey fell through, but a suitable nursing home was found for Malcolm in Devon, and it was hoped he'd be well enough to spend Christmas with his wife and children in the family home. But then, at the beginning of November, the plan to finally get Malcolm out of hospital stalled. The problem is that Malcolm will need to recover from his journey from Surrey in the intensive care unit at Torbay Hospital. But Torbay says it doesn't have the capacity, and that if it did take Malcolm, it would mean the bed wasn't available for other local people. It says it will reconsider when a new enlarged unit opens in the spring. But Philippa fears he doesn't have that long.
He could die at any time. He's going out of his mind with boredom. He needs to be near his family. He needs to finally get into rehab that he's been denied for over a year. And he wouldn't have half the things wrong with him now if he'd got into that care home.
And now the couple find themselves 180 miles apart, with Philippa so exhausted she can no longer manage the drive.
I just wish that they could find a little bit of compassion in their hearts of somebody that needs to be moved. This is just not right. And I don't know why they're doing this.
Jenny Warren's report, as I said, it's upsetting by any stretch of the imagination.